Hello ladies and gentlemen, it's Mike here at Game From Scratch, and today we are going to get medieval with the Unreal Game Engine. As you may know, Epic Games love giving away stuff, and today is no exception. To be honest, I'm a little late reporting this. I had to do a rebuild of my computer over the weekend, plus I upgraded to 32 gigabytes of RAM, and if you're using Unreal Engine, do it. But anyways, back to the giveaway. What we are looking at today, this here is a new example. It's not technically from Unreal or Epic Games, it's from Quixel, who they own. And what you see in front of you, this is a lifelike medieval environment created using, Quixel's assets, various different pieces from their thing, and then a number of different techniques inside of Unreal Engine. And of course, there is also a full tutorial for showing you how to do stuff. So over here, we got a creepy scarecrow, and we'll just kind of keep moving around the environment. We got scythes just hanging around. Now, wouldn't it be terrifying to live in a world where we just left scythes hanging around? Then you kind of got the world going on over here. We move up here. We got a little bit of a mud-filled village. Yeah, so you're going to get an idea of what we are dealing with here, but definitely it is a AAA quality environment, and there is a full tutorial series on getting you up and running with this guy. It's got some cool effects going on. So over here we'll see got some fire effects. Our lanterns are all giving off particle effects and flickering lights. And you can just kind of keep walking around the village. It's truly a dire looking place, not the kind of place I would like to live in, but it does kind of have that medieval vibe going on for sure. So let's head out of there. So let's stop that and take a look at the Unreal Engine level itself. So you can see what they have set up. All of the shrubbery and various different foliage has been placed procedurally in this example. Also, you'll notice if you come down here, a lot of these paths that we've been walking on. So let me go find an example path. Here we go. There's one right here. So these paths are being defined by spline lines. So if I can actually click one of these as an example, there we go. So let's find a control point. Now that is a control point. All right. And then you see, we'll move it around. And notice the texturing underneath is moving with the spline point. Definitely some cool stuff. It's also obviously updating the nav mesh as I'm moving things around. So there is a full multi-part tutorial that kind of walks you through how all of this was set up and how you can create your own environment like this. Now, if you're wondering, in terms of licensing, since this was released by Epic Games or one of their subsidiaries, you can only use it in Unreal Engine-derived projects. But in the case of Unreal Engine, you can use anything from here. You can pull it out, use it in your own game, commercial or otherwise. Have fun. So again, you see here, a number of splines are actually controlling these paths in the sand. So any one of these things, we can go ahead, we can grab it, we move it around, and you'll see it immediately has an impact and updates the nav mesh. So that is kind of the demo portion of things. Now, before we move into the tutorial side of things, I got a bit of a double piece of news here. If you're a regular to this channel, you may recall from a few days ago or a few weeks ago, there is a Learn to Create Games in Unity Humble Bundle going on right now. It's very, very good. I've actually done a review of Game Dev TV since this bundle was started, and I highly recommend it. Even if you are not a Unity developer, there's definitely some value here. So for example, you got things like a math course, stuff on using Git, getting a game, and so on. But majority of the stuff in this actual course here is aimed at Unity developers. So why am I talking about that in an Unreal video? Well, it turns out, and back in December, the Game Dev TV, the people that made this bundle, which by the way, there is like 1 day remaining in, the publishers of GameDev.tv, their stuff is actually available on the Unreal Engine portal. And now I never covered this news. This came from a suggestion on the Game Dev, on the Game From Scratch Discord channel, which by the way, you should check out, full of great people, and the link is down below. But if you come on over here to the Unreal Engine Learning Portal, which is available at learn.unrealengine.com, you can come in here to the search area and search for GameDev.tv. And what this will give you is a number of their courses here. So the one specifically you'll see here have this logo, that. I think a couple of these other ones might be as well, but these two specifically are, and I know this one as well, these are GameDev.tv courses. And what you can do is click on one of these and it'll give you a redemption key for GameDev.tv. So if you happen to have picked up this bundle already, or you're on the fence about it, but you're actually an Unreal Engine developer, the cool thing is, or if you've not, just basically sign up for a free GameDev.tv account, head to the learning portal at Unreal Engine, and you can get a number of courses on how to create Unreal Engine games from GameDev.tv. And as I mentioned a little bit earlier, I did a review of them, and I highly recommend their courses. They're very, very good. They're broken down into very small, discrete chunks, so you can kind of use them as reference as well as learning materials, and I really liked it. So if you want to check out that review, I will link it down below. I will link the bundle down below, and yeah. So that's about that. So back to this one at hand. As I mentioned, this was released by Quixel. Quixel are the company behind Megascans, also Quixel Bridge and various different other products. The nice thing is you can use their entire library of high-resolution textures in Unreal Engine for free if you are developing with Unreal Engine, which is pretty awesome. So they have the medieval game environment, which we saw in action, a playable experience set in an eerie, serene, remote village, available as a free download. I do have to warn you, there is a reason why I upgraded my RAM for this one. It was a 15 gigabyte download. It takes a long time to load. By the way, it takes like a third of the time to load with 32 versus 16 gigs. So if you're on the fence about that, upgrade. So anyways, it uses Quixel Megascans textures inside of Unreal Engine, highlights some of the most exciting features in Unreal Engine 4.26, including the new tool sets added to Unreal Engine, the modeling tools, along with lighting using the new sky atmosphere system in conjunction with the new volumetric clouds. If you're not familiar with any of those things, check out my 4.26 release video. It has an elaborate tutorial series, covers key elements for environmental artists and creators, walks you through our process, highlight the power and immersive potential of leveraging existing scan data to build unique 3D assets right inside the engine. We begin with project conception and landscape creation, then cover techniques around building the structures you can see in the environment, procedural techniques in making the foliage, set dressing, and cap off with the use of the sky atmosphere system for lighting. It's downloadable for free. This one is available in the Epic launcher. Like I said, it is 15 gigabytes though. Also, the team relied on procedural foliage volumes to quickly create huge swaths of land in deep forests and lush fields. Spline meshes for elements like roads, paths, and fences. We saw that in action. Splines were also used to large extent to control the landscape, while runtime virtual textures were extensively used to help blend 3D assets with the landscape. So you can grab the Medieval Village collection from Megascans, so that's just the textures themselves, or you can download the entire project. Again, if you are signed up for Unreal Engine, you get unlimited usage of the Megascans library, which is an awesome collection of textures if you have not looked at it. There's also a number of 3D models in there as well, things like stumps and logs and that kind of stuff. So it is a hell of a resource if you are using Unreal Engine. By the way, if you're not using Unreal Engine, you can still subscribe to Megascans, and when Epic Games purchased them, they also made the per credit cost cheaper there as well. So finally, we have the tutorial itself. It is broken down into a realistically 8-part and an intro. None of these things are really huge. It'll probably take you about an hour to go through the entire thing. But we've got medieval, let's say walkthrough overview, part 1 block out, part 2 house creation, part 3 thatched roofs, part 4 foliage, part 5 set dressing, part 6 lighting. And yeah, so that is the series. I will, of course, link that in the linked article down below. Again, the GameDev.tv bundle has basically one day. By the time I get this published, you've got about a day left. I'm going to be mentioning it in one more video, probably before it is done. That'll be the next video I publish, so stay tuned for that. There's good synergy. That's just the reason. So once again, though, if you do want the courses, which I so highly recommend for GameDev.tv, just head on over to, once again, it's learn.unrealengine.com, and then these guys right here. You pick one. I'm not going to do it because it shows my key. But if you click it, it says, redeem this over on GameDev.tv, create a free account, here is your product key, and then they are yours, and you can watch them over at that course. And I highly recommend their courses. They are very, very, very good. And again, thanks to the fellow in the Game Dev Discord that pointed this one out to me. That is definitely appreciated. And if you haven't checked it out already, check out the Game From Scratch Discord. It's an excellent place full of like-minded game developers talking about game developy stuff, and then sometimes burgers and tea. All right, that's it. Let me know what you think. Talk to you all later. Goodbye.